Okay, who's doing the intro this time? Dante, you want to try again?
I don't know. I fucked it up so bad last time, bro. All right, I'll do it. Sure. All right. Are you recording, Lee, the screen?
Yeah, we're rolling, man.
Oh, we're rolling. Oh, fuck. Okay.
This
right.
always makes it into the intro, too. This is always the start.
Welcome to the Monolith Films podcast. I am your co-host, Dante, joined by two founders and hosts, Lee Byrne, Nick Gillum.
Sure,
and we have a
thank you.
special guest today, if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Christina, Nick's girlfriend.
Welcome.
And I am chilling watching The Love Witch with you guys today.
Yeah. And today we're watching The Love Witch, directed, edited, starring, produced, sound design, everything done by this chick named Anna Miller. Anna Byler, I mean.
Yeah, Biller. Biller? I think it's Biller.
Biller. I don't know what it is. Anyways.
Okay, we're gonna redo that whole intro.
Yeah? Actually?
No.
Okay, so yeah, this movie's directed made in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first time you guys watched this movie?
It is.
Yeah. I'd seen screenshots of this before. And I always thought, like, what the hell? Like some old movie like this? Like normally, kind of in the spectrum of genre movies, what movies are out there. And this looks like a movie from the 70s and stuff. And I would see these fucking screenshots and I go, what the hell? What the fuck movie is this? Like, it looks like Kitty Cat Assassin or some movie like that, you know? And to see it was from 2016, I was pretty surprised.
Yeah. It's, what about you, Lee? First impressions, what's up?
I liked it. I mean, it's very, it's kitschy, the right word?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's funny because I hear a lot of people talking about this movie, saying it's made to look like the 60s and it's also set in the 60s. Mm-hmm. But it's very clearly not set in the 60s.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there are people driving like fucking brand new BMWs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a very weird movie. Yeah, by the way, this is part of our... I forgot to mention... You see, I keep fucking up the intro. I forgot to mention this is part of our Women in Horror retrospective thingy, you know?
Episode 2 in the series.
Episode 2 in the series. The first one was Raw. Go check out that episode. And we decided to have Nick bring his girlfriend on as the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm. The female perspective.
The woman's gaze.
Female gaze.
The female gaze.
Female gaze, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really liked it, actually. Usually when Nick tells me about movies to watch, I'm very skeptical and not down to watch any of them. Because, I don't know, his taste is super, like, art house stuff that I don't particularly enjoy. But I watched the trailer for this one, and I'm like, ooh, this seemed really fun, really interesting. And I really, really liked it. Like, the colors, the makeup, and the story was pretty interesting, too.
Mm-hmm. I think I scarred her showing her Even Dwarf Started Small as the first.
Oh, yeah, you can't watch that one.
It's the worst movie ever.
It's really bad.
That one's awesome. I love that movie.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, back to Love. What did you think, Dante?
Look, I love the aesthetic of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it looks like the tutorial video for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign from the 80s.
Nice.
You know, I like that it looks like a King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard music video.
Oh my god, I love that.
You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, other than that, I did not like this movie that much.
You weren't into it.
Really?
I was not into it. Just because I found the pacing really off.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like it felt so long, but it was only an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours.
Yeah, and I was like, I was watching it the whole movie. I was like, okay, when's she gonna kill him? When's she gonna kill him? When's it gonna be like audition where it just plays out really long for the beginning, but then there's like this amazing horror shit at the end.
Yeah,
and like we're talking about a woman in horror retrospective, but this is barely a horror movie.
Yeah,
you know?
That's more comedy almost.
It's
Not
not
even-
even horror
it's like-
comedy on like IMDb or something.
But it wasn't even funny. Like it wasn't even funny. You know?
But I think they almost go like stylistically comedic.
Yeah.
Where you go,
It's almost parody as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I do love the aesthetic. I love that kitschy fantasy 80s look, especially with the grainy film, you know? It's great.
But it was what, too much style and not enough substance for you, Dante?
Yeah, a little bit, but like, and also the acting sucked.
I
think that was on purpose, though.
Yeah, probably. Like, I was watching it with my dad, and my dad's like, "What the fuck are we watching?" And my dad's an actor, and he's like, "What is going on over here?" And then he's like, "Who recommends these movies for you guys to review?" And I'm like, "Us."
We pick them ourselves. We only pick the cream of the crop. I'd read some reviews about this, and everyone was saying like, "Oh, it's so great. They made the acting bad on purpose to be like an old B movie, and the editing is bad to make it look like an old B movie." But like, I think those are just bad to just be bad. You know, like I don't think that was a style choice to be badly edited and over edited. I think that was just
like the thing is, it would work if there was something else to show us that they're doing it on purpose, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't know. It's everything in this movie is done by the same person, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like Inland Empire, you know, just better.
But I thought the editing I did have a problem with. I thought it's definitely way too fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
But the acting I actually kind of liked.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a movie from the 70s that you like shot in 1 week, and you have the guy.
Yeah.
We're going to do voiceover, just talk, you know, just talk into it. And,
Not even. It sounds like a TV show from the 70s.
Yeah.
A TV show. Like when I saw this, I was like, boom, Star Trek, you know? Shitty Star Trek.
But even like aesthetically, if it was a parody of some kind of genre B movie from the 70s, I don't think they got the camera movement as it would have been back then, because these are more cuts, and you see a lot more cuts. And like just in that intro section where you see her ex-wife or ex-husband dying, and it's a wide shot of him on the ground, then it punches into a close-up of him dead, and then just his eyeballs or something. You would have done that as a zoom back then or something. You wouldn't have taken the time to move the camera, reframe it. If it was a proper like genre B movie and you had like 5 minutes to shoot this scene, it would have just been, okay, zoom in. Okay, that's it. And I think there's one zoom in this, but just for aesthetics and to hold on to that kind of 70s genre legacy, I would have wanted to see a lot more zooms and a lot less camera movement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
For it to be like a proper bad movie from back then.
Right, yeah.
And it took me up until the, like, you know, the scene where they're at the like burlesque bar, and they kind of like the two other witches look directly into the camera, kind of explain to you like the meaning of this movie.
Yeah.
Up until that point, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was very confused. I was like, well, I knew what was going on, but I was like, what's happening? It felt like just build up. Mm-hmm. It just felt like constant build up over and over.
This scene, or when they're in the bar the next time.
This scene where the two twins, the blonde twins, act like us, the viewer, and they're looking at them, talking to them, and telling them about, you know, witchcraft is this, da 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 da.
Yes,
you know?
Sex magic or love magic.
Sex
or whatever.
magic. Yeah. And you talk about they kind of tell you the meaning of the film right here, you know.
I love the bad dialogue at the beginning of that scene too, where it's the drunk at the bar and he goes, "I hate those damn witches. Let's get them out of town. Let's get these witches out of town."
yeah, pretty bad. Or like the dialogue, but right when she goes to see the apartment, like the very first beginning of the movie, and she's talking to Trish, and she's like, "So, what do you do?" "I'm a witch." "Oh, this is a nice apartment."
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I agree. Let's go upstairs and I will show you the apartment." That sounds like a plan. And then they go upstairs. It was horrible.
That was literally when I told Nick, I'm like, this acting is really awkward, and I wrote it down in my notes. I'm like, this is not good.
That's
crazy. I liked all of that shit. I loved it.
Like, I thought it was funny, but I was just kind of like, what's this movie? What is this?
Yeah.
That opening scene too, or that kind of going into the house scene, I think that's one spot where you see again and again this kind of bad editing, but I don't know if it's supposed to be on purpose or not, where the characters are kind of standing there at the doorstep talking, and then they start walking towards the camera, walk past the camera, and then it cuts to the interior of the shot and the door opens. Instead of you could just end the conversation and the door opens. You have these extra
Yeah.
like 7 awkward seconds of someone walking past the camera slowly.
I'm not sure if it is
I don't even know.
stylistic, because I think this is the first time she edited.
Okay.
She did. Oh no, she edited her first feature,
Oh yeah. Viva.
Viva.
And this is all on film, apparently.
Which one,
Well-
Viva as well, or
Probably Viva, but the one we just watched, The Love Witch, that's
that's
Yeah.
$5 million, right?
Yeah, so I mean, props on them for getting all the beautiful color to pop out, because the fucking color is fantastic in this movie.
Yeah, the color's really good in this movie. The color's really good in the movie.
Nice and vibrant.
Yeah.
I mean, other than like the narrative kind of being slow, you kind of have those 3, the kind of same scenes repeated again. Okay, I'll meet a man, then he goes crazy and he kills him. Meet a man, goes crazy and kills him, and then meet a man, and then she kills him. Straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any other kind of plot that you guys saw, or any kind of like character motivation other than just, I don't know, what plays in with the theme?
Not really. I thought it was that. I thought in that respect it was pretty badly written. You know,
Yeah.
like
Well,
like I didn't understand why she's doing this exactly,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't understand how these guys are dying. Like, you know, like the first guy, the Wayne guy.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
took on a tampon.
No, he fucking died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
But like. That seems like how did she have an effect on that? You know, I want to know. Just the tarot cards? Like what tarot cards? I don't know.
I think my interpretation of it was that each one of the men serves a different purpose towards the theme,
Mm-hmm.
and but they all die from the same death. They just die from loving her too much.
Mm-hmm.
Their emotions overwhelm them, and they just die from love, literally.
But the last guy didn't really die from love.
Well, in a weird way, he
did,
did,
yeah.
but that's where you get the reversal, right? Because the first man, he's a womanizer,
Uh-huh.
and so he
You
falls
mean,
in love with her.
the first guy that looks like Steven Tyler, or the guy that looks like Rob Zombie?
The fucking professor,
Rob Zombie. Okay.
Rob Zombie, this guy.
Yeah, look at him.
I guess so. I'm picturing more dreads than I guess.
Yeah, Rob Zombie without the dreads.
I
Yeah,
can see
he's
it.
like a sort of womanizer type,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then he dies of love, and then there's the
Richard.
happily married, Richard. He dies from the same way, and then finally the cop rejects her love, which shatters her fantasy reality, and then so she kills him because now she's the one who's in love.
Yeah. I love these bullshit chemistry sets too, by the way. it's just water with food coloring, you know?
Looks good though.
Yeah, it's funny.
I like the oatmeal she was pouring blue food coloring into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just clay going around.
Yeah.
This will do the trick. This will get him horny.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What's the guy who came up with Satanism? Aleister Crowley?
Levain?
Yeah, Levain.
Levain?
Something.
I think that might be his house.
Really?
That's his house?
I
No
think
way.
so. The house looked familiar.
Like actually?
Yeah, because I'd seen that house a long time ago. Not like in person, but through research, you know? And it looks familiar, at least. I'm not sure. I might be, this guy.
This guy's house?
I'm pretty sure that's
What was
his
that?
house.
Nosferatu?
Look up Anton LaVey's house. I want to see.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Also, what was with this movie and cake?
They
There's
love
a lot of cake in this movie.
it. Mhm.
I think it's
No.
Oh, no, it's not it.
No, that's
not quite.
What? Who's Crowley? Is that
Aleister
another
Crowley.
Satanist guy?
Mr. Crowley.
The fucking the Black Sabbath song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Ozzy Osbourne song.
No.
All right. Well, never mind. I take it back.
The house looked
All
really
right.
cool, though.
Cool house, yeah.
Yeah.
House. I'm sure I've seen that house before.
I also thought it looked familiar, but I thought it looked familiar from like movies. I don't think it's any actual person's house. I think it's like a common set.
Mhm.
Maybe. The interior, though, I would say that's a set piece for sure.
Right? Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
There's no way that house's interior looks like that, bro.
No,
There's no fucking way.
you think Anna Biller was doing the paintings too?
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
She did. She did all the set design.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh, that's
really
funny.
cool.
Yeah, she commissioned some of the paintings because she was running out of time, but most of them she did herself.
Oh, that's
Pretty
fun.
cool.
Even the Satan rug.
Mhm.
I was just on it before.
I really like that
She
rug.
made the whole rug.
Oh, that's so cool.
Check on
It
it.
took her.
I'm gonna get it on Etsy. It was really cool.
I think it took her 6 months to finish the rug alone.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. It looks like a
I
very.
mean, this movie took her 7 years to make.
Fuck. 6 months to make the rug and 2 hours to do the editing. Crazy.
Like the mock wedding scene at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
She did absolutely every costume, everything about that scene. She did herself.
Out of all those, I don't want to spoil anything coming up, but I think that might be my favorite scene.
Really.
Oh, I love this part.
You don't like it?
I liked it. I don't know if it was my favorite though.
What else? Was there?
I enjoyed the departure from the 60s aesthetic into like straight up Renaissance out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was
Yeah,
fun.
how did that even happen? They just like stumbled upon this Renaissance fair.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is something that you see in those kind of 60s, like late 60s, early 70s movies. You see people like walking into artist troops and acting troops just out in the desert and stuff. Like what's the movie? The fucking motorcycle movie with Dennis Hopper.
I would like to see.
If anyone
I would,
knows it, it's you.
God,
I would like to see them walk into a heavy LARPing session with a bunch of turbo virgins, you know,
Fuck.
and she just seduces all of them.
Easy Rider.
yeah, it's Easy Rider. There's that like
Of course, Easy Rider.
It's an Easy Rider,
Okay.
or it's what's the name? Dennis Hopper and whoever else just kind of walking through the desert.
Peter
aimlessly.
Fonda.
Yeah, Peter Fonda. They're kind of just biking through the desert, and then they come up on like a hippie acting troupe, and they just stay there. And that's like 15 minutes in the movie. They're just hanging out with these actors.
Yo, Lee, what's up? Your internet's cutting out or something?
No, why? What's up?
For me, your stream is paused. Hold on.
Technical difficulties on the podcast?
Oh, we should tell the masses of fans viewing now that we're using new technology. So bear with us for the first episode. We're trying it all out. What'd you guys think about all the flashbacks?
Are there really that many? I didn't notice.
I found like every time she kind of mentioned something, it always cuts back to her husband dying or first husband falling over.
Yeah, okay, that was pretty repetitive.
We see that many, many a time.
Yeah.
The husband, yeah.
And
That's true.
always cutting back to tarot cards and cutting back to paintings of guys getting their hearts cut out and stuff.
The tarot cards, at first I thought were kind of like, okay, we get it, she's a witch, move on.
Yeah.
But I think every tarot card does foreshadow an aspect of the plot.
Okay. I'm not.
Like, I know the first tarot card, I looked into it a bit, the first tarot card she sees when she's pulling out a dart in the car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, what is this? The fucking Three of Swords or some shit? I'm not sure. But
I don't know
it does
shit
signify
about tarot cards.
severe heartbreak.
Mm.
And then she does rip out the man's heart at the end.
That's true.
Even visually, it's some pretty obvious foreshadowing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then especially accompanied with the painting that she paints of her literally ripping the heart out of a dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a recurring theme where the tarot cards shown do foreshadow plot points.
Yeah, if they didn't and they were just random tarot cards, that would be pretty bad though.
Yeah, it would.
I like the picture on this one. It looks good. It's red. I'm going to use it.
No, imagine Anna Byler made all the tarot cards herself by hand.
That'd be pretty funny.
She pressed the paper and did all the designs, you know?
She ground the wood into pulp,
Yeah.
pressed it down.
That's a trend now, by the way, people making their own paper again.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Maybe she did then. She was ahead of the curve.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I found all those kind of cutaways and insert shots and flashbacks, like the little narrative that there was. I found I was taken out of it every time that we saw these inserts repeat again and again. You go, okay, I get it. I mean, if you didn't know in 15 minutes that she was going to kill the guy at the end and take his heart out, I think you were watching with your eyes closed. Like it wasn't too much of a shock at the end that the guy was killed.
Yeah. I was just waiting for her to kill her the whole time. I mean, for her to kill him the whole time. I was like, I wanted to be some audition like kitty 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 kitty.
Yeah,
kind of shit,
I was expecting more horror as well.
Kitty kitty. Yeah.
Also, I would have liked for the ending for her to have like doubled down on the gore and actually like let us see her pull his heart out.
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
But instead, you just get this shot.
Her holding the knife.
The stabbing was neat.
Yeah, but I was hoping it would be like an exact reenactment of the painting that she had with the guy's chest sliced open and her holding up everything.
Yeah, that's it. Me too.
I mean, I think that would have maybe worked a bit better.
Yeah, then fade away into the painting and then credits.
Yeah, I do like the Renaissance ending where she gets her fairy book wedding at the end and she goes, "Oh, love is real, like in the fairy tales. I'm back in the medieval times and I'm getting married to the Prince Charming." I did like that at the end with the sound cuts out and you just kind of see them acting out her fantasy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about the sound cutting out though. I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah, me too.
It felt more like awkward.
Yeah. I mean, you could have added like a drone or something instead and just had like a whoa or something and you would
yeah.
We're in someone's mind right now. Oh.
Or the Twin Peaks theme song would have been cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have another note here about just the kind of old tricks that she's doing in the movie. Like a few of those reviews that I read or the little things that I read was that everyone was mentioning the rear screen projection in that kind of opening scene.
Yeah.
When she's driving. But I mean, that's a pretty cheap and obvious thing to write about. The one I thought was the coolest was when they do cut-ins or punch-ins to someone's face. And every time it would be a wide shot like this or something, and then it would cut into their face, and they'd have a perfect light on them. And you go like, okay, well,
and they have like that red circle border thing around them, you know?
I quite like that stuff where you go,
yeah,
I know this is filmmaking here. I know there's lighting going on here, and the match cut doesn't matter because it's more just the aesthetics you're worried about or just the style you're worked out. It's like the wide shot she's here, and then the close up, it's her eyes perfectly framed in the middle with the perfect light on it. Those were quite fun.
Yeah.
I like that too. I like those too.
I read that in the tea room, the cinematographer filmed with pink light.
Oh, yeah?
To make everything look just even more pink.
It was pink.
Yeah, it was a really cute room.
Christina wanted to redesign the apartment like it.
Yeah, it was very
No.
Victoriana.
Everywhere, chandeliers hanging.
I mean, the pink was cute. It was nice. It fit like the theme of like, I don't know, just girly.
Yeah, I think I read that Anna Biller said they designed the tea room to be overwhelmingly feminine.
That it was.
Like when they were first talking in that tea room, Elaine and Trish, and Elaine was talking about like what she needs to do as a woman.
Yeah.
I was there like, what is this fucking movie?
But I think that's a lot of people hear about this movie and people talk about it as like this big like feminist horror comedy thing that's really cool because it looks like it's in the 60s and all that stuff. And they expect the main character to be someone you're supposed to relate to.
Yeah.
But I almost think that Elaine is more of like a parody of what Hollywood depicted women to be like in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
You're not supposed to sympathize with her, right? She's obviously sociopathic. She's narcissistic. She's pathological.
Yeah.
Like she's obviously not a protagonist you're supposed to sympathize for. I mean, she's entirely constructed based on the views of men, right? She's just reflecting what men have told her she should be.
Plus, she looks like Ava Adams.
Who's that?
She's a porn star.
Oh, all right.
I'm not allowed to laugh at that.
I don't know who that is. You don't
You're
know
in
who
trouble.
that is for sure.
Good thing with the mouse.
I was gonna Google her.
Yeah, I was literally about to as well.
With the private browser. What do you guys think about the actors? Do they look like they were from the 70s?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Yep.
You like the fucking square chin, square head, buddy?
Yeah, just the overly caricature of like a dreamy actor, you know?
Yeah.
Like that guy that, what's her name, fucking makes out with in Mulholland Drive in that really awkward scene during the audition. Remember that?
The old guy.
Like, the old like,
Oh yeah.
leathered skinned old guy, like with Botox in his face, you know?
Yeah. The orange farmer.
The orange farmer, yeah, sure. Yeah, I liked who they cast in this movie, but it's just the acting just felt pretty bland for me a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. The faces, though, like if you stopped on a screenshot of it, the faces do look like it does look like it's pulled right out of from 1971 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could show someone any number of screenshots from here as long as there weren't fancy new Beamers driving around. And no one would think twice that this was from early 70s, some kind of movie like that. Like standalone, I think there's a lot of standalone shots. Like you were saying Mulholland Drive, I think this is more the opposite of Mulholland Drive, where like Mulholland Drive, the story pushes it and the images themselves, the standalone images kind of fall backwards. Whereas this, there's more standalone images, more kind of set arranged things where you can go, ooh, that's a beautiful image. But the narrative itself kind of goes, okay, well, it's going to be more narrative, or it's going to be more style and no real narrative, and we're just kind of repeat this theme over and over again until you kind of get to this end. But it's more just a test of style almost, rather than a story or it's more of a test of style or a screen test of 70s. Can we recreate it? Yeah,
I think they did a good job of that. Except they kind of broke the 70s immersion when I saw the 2019 Beamer, pull up, and all the normal cars that we see today in the background and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
But it is. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, even before the Beamers showed up, I know, like, she was like, "Oh my," like when she was on the phone with someone, she's like, "Oh, my therapist said this and this." I'm like, do people in the 60s have like therapists? Like, is that a thing? Like, people who aren't like clinically insane go to therapy in the 60s? Like, I didn't. Anyways, that took me out of the 60s era when she said that. But
the therapist back then was just you headbutt a nail and you go, "Hey, he's better."
Yeah, literally, give him a lobotomy and he'll be fine.
or if you get Sigmund Freud, he's like, "Here, have some coke."
Yeah.
Put your coke together. Yeah.
Yeah. Does this coke stop you from wanting to fuck your mom? No. Okay, let's do more.
I might as well just fuck her then. Just get it out of here.
Let's stop thinking about it then.
This guy doesn't stop talking to me about his mom. Fuck. Just do it. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. The plot was really weird in this movie because at one point, when she goes to the witch shop, and she tells her, she's like, "Oh, I make natural soaps and candles." I'm like, "Oh, so she's gonna put the people in the candles and the soaps." I was like, "Oh no, it didn't happen."
No,
I didn't even think of that.
She's just a normal craftswoman who just likes selling soaps.
Yeah, she just has an Etsy page.
Yeah,
for selling her soaps and shit.
Check out my Pinterest. I have all kinds of great things up there.
She puts her art on DeviantArt for sure.
You mind if I stick my Instagram handle in your window just so people can check out the soaps?
Yeah.
I have another note here about some camera stuff, that the headroom is very appropriate for a film from that time, though.
Yeah.
Like, when you do a close-up kind of nowadays, people always kind of do it around here, something like this.
But they're a bit more back, huh?
Yeah, you kind of get more shoulder and less top of the head. But then back then they would do more like this, where your face is in the middle of the frame, and you kind of have equal headroom, top and bottom. And that's how Anna Byler was kind of composing those close-ups. And I thought that was a nice classic touch to bring it back to kind of those genre movies of the 70s, those B movies. But even A.
You know,
movies,
I think that's something that only you would have picked up. You know,
I did notice it though. I did like it. I thought
no,
that
it's
was
good.
nice
It's
fun.
good. I just don't think anyone has the chops to pick that out. You know,
No, but if you look back and forth, you can definitely tell a difference between like just the way you'd set the camera back then as opposed to now. Like now everything's very close. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of tight insert shots. The guy's framed right here where you see his hand. And back then it was more, okay, well, we have film. We can't cut this much. We don't want to spend so much time editing. So we're just going to move the camera around. And they have more sweeping cameras and more camera movements rather than more edits.
Yeah. When I was watching this movie, I felt sorry, Nick, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
I was just saying it was a nice little touch.
Oh, okay. When I was watching this, I got strong Bad Biology vibes, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Not even from the style, but just the fact, like, the themes of the movie and kind of how shitty it is. But just the Bad Biology is just a lot funnier and a lot shittier, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad Biology was fucking awful, dude.
Oh, I loved Bad Biology. It's fucking funny, though.
Wait, but hold up. How are these movies similar thematically?
Well,
sex and fucking, bro. I don't know.
You didn't see the background actors with the big pussies on their heads?
Yeah, Lee, you didn't see the cameos made of the famous rappers, bro? Like,
yeah, no, sorry, I didn't notice Jedi Mind Tricks was in this movie.
Yeah, it's that guy yelling at the bar there. Yeah, that's Vinny Paz 20 years ago.
I was gonna say, fuck. And Reef the Lost Cause, just hanging out at the burlesque bar.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of the themes of this movie?
I felt like I feel like Anna Biller was kind of spreading herself too thin.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a lot of themes, and they're all kind of like tied in to like the same topic, but they don't really work together to lift the movie up in any significant way.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, but there's no like narrative to kind of tie all those things together.
Yeah. Like stylistically, you're getting like the resignification of, I don't know, fucking constructed male images of female stereotypes or archetypes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you're also getting the witch as a study of the archetype of like the fear of feminine sexuality versus like the stereotypical witch archetype.
Yeah, one thing maybe you guys can help me understand is the character seems a bit divided, like you're just saying, Lee, where she's supposed to be the male idealized kind of wife, but then at the same time she's the sexualized witch.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the main theme of the film is that she presents herself as this completely constructed human being, right? She has a hairpiece. She has tons of makeup. She makes her own clothing. She makes her own love potions.
Really?
No.
I thought she was doing the L'Oreal Au Naturel challenge.
But she constructs herself as the male ideal based on what men have told her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So she's seeking her own fantasies through the male gaze. She's attempting to satisfy her own needs by satisfying the male fantasy first. So once she does satisfy the male fantasy and the men fall deeply in love with her, they break down and become emotional, and then that clashes with her fantasy of having a stereotypical strong man to provide for her type thing. Mm-hmm. So it's that clash between fantasies based on the reality that, you know, things aren't so black and white. Mm-hmm. So she is a self-contradicting character in that the stereotypes self-contradict each other anyways.
Yeah.
Is what I got. That's what I got.
What Lee said.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense?
Yeah.
It makes sense, but then you wonder why she would be written like that.
Well, because Anna Biller is commenting on stereotypes and fantasies. That's like the whole point, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have the womanizer type who fantasizes about someone who can satisfy him completely sexually. And he says, like, no one's ever made love to me that way.
Yeah.
And then he falls in love with her and dies in love. And then you get the complete opposite, where it's this man who's perfectly happily married with a career woman instead of a sexually promiscuous woman.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, well, maybe they're the antithesis of Elaine's fantasy, so maybe there'll be some saving grace in the story. But no, he ends up falling for that same fantasy. So even though he's part of a different reality, his breaks down as well. I think what Anna Biller is saying is that there is no right answer. There is no perfect woman or perfect man. You just got to, do your own thing.
Oh, we have another guest on today.
Mello back again. Christina, what did you think about the themes of this movie? We might be talking shit because we're all men. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about,
I mean, honestly, like, I didn't really think about it in terms of theme. I was just sitting there, like, enjoying the, like, colors and stuff. But, like, the way Lee said it is pretty, like, spot on. Like, I was kind of, thinking about that in the back of my mind, but I didn't know how to put it into words or anything.
Yeah.
But then, like, when Lee was talking about it, like, it's so true because, like, witches are, like, supposed to be, like, doing their own thing and, like, not caring about what people, like, or society thinks that women should act as. They're just kind of like, fuck you, I'm going to do my own thing. But then she, like he said, she's completely, like, I guess there's a lot of, like, cognitive dissonance because she's like, oh, I want to be that, but I also want, like, the guy to, like, be into me and, like, provide for me and all this stuff. So it was very interesting, but also, like, I don't know. It kind of, like, I was telling Nick when we were watching it yesterday, I was like, I kind of want to be a witch now.
Oh, yeah.
Because of, like, the aesthetics of the movie. But, like...
Okay, Nick, you got to watch out, bro.
I know.
You got to watch out, dog.
We watched Even Dwarf started small. She started shaving her legs down. She wanted to be 3 feet tall.
No, that movie sucked. That was a bad movie.
Nick, next thing you know, you're gonna get a jar of urine with a sprig of thyme and Christina's tampon inside of it.
I think all the rosemary. There's no rosemary in the apartment anymore. There's no.
Okay, but anyways, I liked her. Like, I don't know. I liked her. I think I liked the aesthetic of her room the most. I was like, I'm just nice pretty. And this is nice.
Oh yeah, honestly, I agree with you there. I would fucking live in that apartment any day.
Fucking nice, yeah.
Colored pentagrams everywhere and guys.
Dude, I cook meth with her chemistry set.
I'd make so many drugs in that chemistry set, bro. You don't even understand.
Yeah.
You don't even understand. It'd be wild.
I mean, even after both you guys said your pieces, though, I'm still not convinced about this character. I find it more of a kind of a writing error almost.
Nick always has to be the devil's advocate in every single argument ever.
I agree with the Nick.
Yeah.
For sure, I agree.
Because, I don't know, when you're writing something, you'd go, okay, we want some kind of interesting character and maybe there's some contradiction in it, but these are like polar opposites. Like if this was a friend and like two friends going, and one was a witch and one was the what was it, Stepford Wife, I called that before they mentioned it in the movie.
Yeah, he did.
Too.
It's true. I can confirm that.
I called that before they said it. But,
for me, I would like to see like parts of her past that kind of informed this decision that she has of being a witch and like taking up this character. Because I feel like she wasn't always like that. I want to see what she truly is like. And I feel like this witch character is just something she became, Yeah.
Well, we do get a bit of her past, right? We get that her father was a little bit abusive. Mm-hmm. And she was a burlesque dancer. That's how she met the witch who introduced her to the coven, who she also rented the apartment from.
Yeah.
That's about the most of the info we get, though.
Also, is this a British or American movie?
This is American.
Okay. There's a lot of British actors in it.
Really?
Or like
I only
British
noticed
accents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Trish for sure.
Yeah, Trish.
Trish for sure. That's the only one I noticed. Are you
Elaine too, bro?
No, I think she's going for a transatlantic accent, which was just like the whole Hollywood accent.
Yeah, she's more like coastal cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought she had more like this kind of Victorian,
suave.
Well, that's why they called it transatlantic, because it's like somewhere in between.
Okay, somewhere in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The themes didn't hit that hard on me. It's like what Lee said. Like I kind of got it like from that scene. Like if that scene where the two like coven leaders were talking to those like blonde twins there from Valhalla and Mad Max.
Yeah.
If it weren't for that scene, I wouldn't have understood the themes of this movie. I would have gone nowhere with it. I would be like, okay, there's like the occult.
Yeah.
Like Dungeons and Dragons 80s tutorial videos.
Yeah.
And like the Dark Crystal somewhere in there. I don't know.
The Dark Crystal.
That's
that fucking puppet movie, isn't it?
Dude, I fucking love that movie. Right?
Dark Crystal rocks, dude.
The Dark Crystal rocks, dude.
But I mean, I think for backstory, I guess the whole character is fabricated, though. Like her whole personality is just a fabrication, though. So I mean, maybe there's no backstory necessary there. It's all just made up.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the point, right?
She does it just for the giggles.
Yeah,
just for the shits and giggles. I feel like she's actually delusional, though.
She's reflecting what men have told her she should be. So she is fabricated. She's completely constructed. That's the point.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
What do you guys think of the music in this movie?
I dug it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, it just suited really well.
The movie has good sound.
She did the music too, eh?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude, she did fucking everything.
She did everything but act in the movie. Straight up.
Yeah, pretty much.
She was the soap in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was her tampon in the jar.
The beer went up my nose when you said that. Fuck. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Okay.
What are you using peaches?
Oh, you're not allowed to look at these. These are my secret notes. Cheating. My secret notes. Yeah, the medieval song fucking rules.
Yeah.
I was fucking headbanging to that song.
The dude who was like the Joker or something.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, that guy was awesome.
Yeah. Me and my dad both said the Jester was the best actor in the whole movie.
Pretty well.
Yeah, sure. He was really good.
I liked this little stick guy that he was talking with, having a dialogue with his little stick. That was the best.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say something. It just completely lost me just now.
Yeah, me too.
It is kind of a high-pressure first date, though, eh? Getting married?
Well, they rode horses first, so...
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah. The guy, the detective, the sergeant, his office looked like the office in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like the police station in that
TV show. Bullpen?
Yeah, it had the same like format, like layout. I was like, what the fuck?
That's from CBS Studios.
How many times did you guys watch the movie?
Once.
Just once, eh? Did you guys notice that the cop who pulls her over is the cop she falls in love with?
Yeah. I had to, when I was doing my research after I found that out.
Yeah, I only noticed. I was like, isn't that the same fucker?
Yeah, I only noticed when I watched it a second time.
No, I noticed it the first time.
That chin stood out.
Yeah, this fucking like not just chin, but he has like the jaw goes out like over here like a fucking trapezoid.
But see, this is what bothered me, is that why is the chief of police patrolling the Pacific Coast Highway?
For shits and giggles, bro. He's trying to catch a charge,
Yeah, I guess so. Fuck.
He's trying to pick up chicks on the way over.
Yeah, he's trying to pick up chicks that are into witchcraft,
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like I didn't notice that he was the same cop, but she has like this weird like magnetic effect, like hypnotic effect on men where they're like fall in love with her the second they see her. Maybe like when he saw her that one time and he like let her off without a ticket or whatever, he was kind of like in love with her. But then when he saw kind of her true colors of like how she like killed people and stuff, he kind of like he was the one who was able to kind of break her heart rather than be the one who got his heart broken and killed himself. Does that make any sense? Because I don't know. He saw he saw how she was, or like the suspicions of her before he was able to like go deeper into love with her, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. But he does have that.
He is the one who breaks her fantasy.
Yeah.
But she reclaims it by ripping his heart out, you know?
Yeah.
Right, because that's all she can do in the end.
Yeah.
But he breaks her reality so heavily that he becomes the image of death to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he has that good voiceover where he goes, man, all these women, I'm all tired of them. I'm going for a new girl or something.
Yeah, during the wedding scene, right?
Yeah.
They have this like juxtaposed voiceover where she's saying the more time you spend with a man, the more you fall for him. And he's saying the more time you spend with a woman, the more you find out she's the worst.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys see the you guys remember the part where the sergeant's in his office and he's kind of like ducking his assistant's questions about like the case?
Yeah.
He's like, I have new information. And that punch is the worst punch
I've
ever fucking seen ever.
I remember like laughing my ass off at that, and I was like, "What the actual fuck just happened?"
Yeah, I was like, ha!
Like that, and then the guy fucking flies on like halfway across the room.
Yeah,
loudest sound effect too. He goes flying.
All the punching in this movie was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
horrible.
Like when you make a movie like this, you're almost kind of saving yourself from criticism, though, because someone goes, "Oh, that was terrible," and you go, "Well, it's supposed to be terrible. It's supposed to be a movie from the '70s. It's supposed to be bad." It's like you kind of get off the hook with a lot of stuff.
It's like people saying, like, I know me and Lee like this group called Death Group say it's like this movie, this music shit. It's like it's supposed to be shit. You know, actually, it's supposed to be shit. That's part of why it's so good. You know.
But like you said, Nick, I mean, kudos to them for actually doing this in film.
Oh, yeah.
And achieving this. You know, like if they did this digitally and then made it look like this in post, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, this is kind of shitty.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, she actually did the effort to film it with film, edit film, all that shit. Like that's fucking a lot of work.
It makes a difference, too, when you get the proper, like every single person has a hair light on them. So they always have that kind of cut out from the background look. Like just on that freeze frame you're on now, she has the perfect hair light around her. She's got the shoulder light there cutting her out from the background. Like it looks very studio. Like now you wouldn't want to do that because you want it to be more natural. You'd go, okay, we're just going to put the camera here and film with the light that's here. But like to go through all that effort, to get the fucking costumes, to get the makeup, to get the color, and you're saying the filming with pink light and everything, like that's a lot of work to go through to get
even like here, right? Like there's the lighting for the background, the lighting for the foreground, the lighting for the character.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different light setups so that his face isn't red, but everything else is.
I don't think we're seeing what.
I think we're frozen on you here, Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We're still stuck on where she's looking down on something.
Yeah, I'm going to leave and come back. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, though, because you're recording it anyways, right?
Yeah, I'm recording natively, but it would still be nice for you guys to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's loading for me right now. But, yeah, I know I know what you mean there. The effort to go through it really, it brings out some kind of quality, but I don't know if it's the kind of quality... Like, it's not really production, or it is production quality, but it's not like, you know, it's not good quality for...
It does look very good, the movie, though. Like, it's very crisp looking.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, if you watched it on mute, I didn't even watch it and just scrubbed through it and paused on each frame, you'd go, fuck, this is the most beautiful movie from 1973 I've ever seen. But when you start watching it, you go, okay, there's a few holes in it. What's with the beamers and stuff? Like, I would have preferred if it was a proper period piece.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure why. It almost feels like a joke that she chose to not make it a period piece.
Yeah. But that's because she allocated all her budget to that fucking carpet, bro. All the paintings and shit.
It's 6.5 years to make the carpet. Nice carpet, though.
Did you guys notice that when she was painting, like she wasn't actually putting paint on the canvas?
Yes, I did notice that.
She was kind of just rubbing a brush onto the canvas.
Yeah, I definitely fucking noticed that.
And she wasn't like following the lines. Like she just kind of went like this, and she kind of like, wait, where's my brush over here? She kind of just went like, you know. on just a random part of the canvas. There was no paint on it, you know?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she wasn't even following a line either, right? She was going straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to go over all those lines. And it's like, oh, there's no paint on the brush.
Yeah. It's a finished painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, I tried mentioning this earlier, but, like, what's with all the fucking cake in this movie?
Yeah. Well, I mean, would that be like the more kind of feminine option between it? Like, they're not going to eat steak and asparagus or something. You go, ooh, I'm going to have a dainty little angel food cake with some vanilla frosting and a strawberry or something. It seems like the more delicate option of the foodage.
What about salad?
Yeah, I think that's it too.
Salad, too.
I don't know.
Could have. A nice fancy salad.
I don't know. The way I eat cake isn't feminine or dainty. It's just like, go ham on the cake. Fucking love cake.
But for like the delicate nature and like the amount of detail that goes into it, I guess.
And they had like these massive pieces of cake, like for their serving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like it looked like, you know, like I don't know if you guys watched Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like the scene like towards the end of the movie, we're at the grandma's house and you see No Face eating that cake. That's the slice of cake she fucking had. It was like like a triangle. I can't do it with me looking at myself in the thing, but like the triangles are like this fucking big, you know?
It's just a quarter of full cake.
When she does have that piece of cake too.
Hell yeah. I want that cake.
Oh, the chocolate one? Bro. The chocolate one she made for Richard? Bro, I was like, that looks fucking amazing.
Just a $47 cake.
Yeah.
Here's your slice. That'll be $200, please.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Speaking of cake, I don't know if you guys watched Matilda, but like
Yeah.
that chocolate cake in that fucking when she makes him eat it in front of the whole like assembly, that is like the one cake of my dreams that I need to try it. It looks so fucking amazing.
Yeah, that movie scarred me. That's the cake of my nightmares.
Really?
Yeah, same.
Guys, no, it looks so fudgy and like delicious. Like, okay, the lady who made it is like kind of gnarly, but like if you take her aside of that and like the fat kid eating it, I want to eat the shit out of that cake.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
I'd eat the gnarly lady, but I mean,
Yeah, he's the fat kid.
He doesn't even. He
I
never
don't know the
watched Matilda.
reference.
It's crazy.
I don't know the reference.
Matilda's my favorite superhero for sure.
You don't know Matilda, Nick?
I think you guys have brought it up before too, and I've just gone, oh yeah.
I thought you studied
school.
film, bro. Yeah, I thought you were
hell?
in film school.
I think I tried to get him to watch it once, and he's like, "I want to watch this."
Matilda's like PhD theses in film studies have been written on Matilda, bro, for sure.
It's fucking good.
You did
Bro,
try
yeah.
to make me watch
Oh
this.
my
Yeah.
god. Nick,
And he
guess
was
who
like,
directed it?
We watched it together, didn't we?
No, I never saw this.
Oh, I think we started watching like the first part, and then he's like, "I don't want to watch this," and then I watched it on my own.
Directed by Danny DeVito.
Yeah, that's it, baby. That's how you know it's good, man.
Oh, that's true. It's when a true artist's signature is on it, you can't go wrong. You have to watch it.
Love Danny DeVito.
Bro, Yasujiro Ozu has nothing on Danny DeVito's directing,
Well,
right?
they do have something in common with Ozu and Danny DeVito. The cameras are both set up at 3 feet from the ground.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the only height you can get.
Oh, speaking of Danny DeVito,
Oh,
there you
dude,
go.
that's a great one.
Who's that?
Mars Attack is a fucking great one.
dude, I watched it the other day. I fucking love that movie.
I love that movie too. Yeah, big time. Love that movie.
Is there like 500 cameos in it?
Yeah, dude, everyone's in that movie. It's stupid.
That's good. Tim Burton, isn't it?
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Okay. You guys like Tim Burton?
I like Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
I like Tim Burton's style. Yeah, for sure.
I like Henry Selick more.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas is fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, the giant fucking James and the Giant Peach or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that
That one I
stuff.
found a bit scary as a kid too.
I like Beetlejuice though. Actually,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love Beetlejuice too.
Yeah.
actually, Edward Scissorhands too. I take it back. I like Tim Burton.
Well, Batman kind of stinks.
No way, dude. Tim Burton's Batman are the best ones.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
all of them are not the best. The class that they're in isn't the best.
Yeah, it's not hard to beat, eh?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
isn't
but
that with the
Edward
that
Scissorhands and Beetlejuice I quite
Batman
enjoy.
with the big fucking pepperoni nipples?
What's it? Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Love that movie too. That's
Nightmare
Tim
Before
Burton.
Christmas is Henry Selick.
Oh, that's true. It's
Oh,
not
really?
even-
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Burton is a producer.
No, you dipshit. It's Tim Burton's Nightmare
No,
Before
it's not,
Christmas.
dude.
No, I think he's the producer on it.
Yeah, he is. He's not the director. Check it out. Director Henry Selick.
No, yeah, for sure. But it's his story, and he obviously Tim Burton would influence the style of the movie. You know.
Yeah, but Henry Selick is fucking better. He did Monkey Bone, dude. You ever see Monkey Bone with Brendan Fraser, dude?
What?
This movie fucks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's about a dude's coma dream. It's so fucking funny.
This looks like something Laz would watch.
Monkey Bone?
Let's check. Has he reviewed it?
Probably.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, he did Caroline too. That's a great movie.
Coraline?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and then he did Corpse Bride too. That was a good one.
And he did James and the Giant Peach. I don't know.
Are you still talking about Tim Burton or the other guy?
Henry Selick. Henry Selick looks like a Tim Burton character.
Oh, yeah, he does. I remember Nick has the like behind the scenes version of Nightmare Before Christmas, and like we saw, that's the guy we saw him.
Oh my god, this guy's scary.
Yeah, he literally looks like he's from his own movies. It's hilarious.
He looked
That's so true.
in a microwave for 40 minutes.
Yeah. Like his inspiration is just the mirror.
What were you saying, Christina?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, it was just talking about like the behind the scenes of Nightmare Before Christmas. It was fucking awesome how they did the whole like mini set and everything, and then like the dude just looked like a crazy scientist with like hair all whacked out.
Yeah.
Like
The camera movement in that movie is pretty crazy for a stop motion animation, though.
Is it? I haven't seen it in so long.
In that behind the scenes, I think they built the entire town as a miniature and then had rails running overhead so that they could mount the camera, and then they do a frame and then move it one frame.
Which one, Nick? Which one?
That's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah, dude! Nightmare Before Christmas animation and cinematography for the stop motion is a god tier.
It's fucking nuts. Oh yeah, you see the camera swooping through, and it's all proper stop motion. Like there's no digital in it. Or
Caroline 2, that stop motion's insane.
That one, guys. Fantastic Mr. Fox is pretty good.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is good as well. But anyways, back to the Love Witch.
Yeah.
You think she's seducing Tim Burton or what?
probably.
I think she wore stripes at one time. At one point, she had stripes on.
Yeah, on the inside of her jacket.
The rainbow.
That's true. She had the Technicolor rainbow suit.
It was very cool. I really want that coat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did read, actually. Anna Biller said that all of Elaine's outfits are symbolic.
I knew the rainbow shit was symbolic, but I wasn't too sure about the lingerie, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, he says it, right? The dude she's seducing straight up says it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're hiding a fucking dangerous inside or whatever he says.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the stuff is like she wore red to signify love, she wore black to signify death, like just color theory shit.
Yeah.
Basic color theory shit.
Yeah, I like that too, where you can just have your colors and you just make up anything too. You can go, well, actually, blue here meant that she was turmoil inside. You could just say anything.
That's some David Lynch logic right there, you know?
Yeah. But, heck, I forgot what I was going to say. All right, well, what do you guys think? Have we analyzed this enough?
Yeah, I'm out of notes.
Yeah,
I've said my piece.
Yeah, I just all I have left is my favorite shots and shit like that, you know?
Yeah. I wish that was Anton LaVey's house. I was positive when I saw it. I took the note right away. I was like, fuck, I'm not going to tell Christina. I'm not going to tell anybody. I have this fucking fun fact that nobody's going to know. I'm positive I've seen that house somewhere before. I'm positive. I'm sure.
Not quite, eh?
No, not quite. I like you were saying when the character, the professor character goes like, oh, who are you keeping that color for? And that. I like when characters like explicitly say points in the movie just to the camera to get the audience to go, yeah, I've been spoon-fed. I enjoy this. Yeah, I understand.
But the thing is, when movies do that, I feel like it's because the movie isn't good enough at showing what it means, so they have to tell you directly.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
But then you could fall into the, I don't know, some kind of art house stuff where you're just getting images going and they go, what are you, fucking stupid? You didn't see the sinking of the Bismarck and that cactus falling over? You don't know what that means together? It's you come up with anything.
That's you when I ask questions in a movie like that. He's like, aren't you watching? I don't know what's going on. There's like no logic behind this shit.
I'd rather not know what's going on though. Like when it's spoon fed to me, I feel insulted as an audience.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You think I'm stupid now?
Yeah. I'm smarter than you fucking screenwriter. But
Don't look at the red dress. Notice the blue flower on her chest. All right, boys, I'm going back to Philadelphia.
He's got a big ass hearing aid on his head.
What?
That's David Lynch from Twin Peaks movie. Dante does a perfect impression of him. A spot-on impression.
Spot on
Impression.
Favorite shots, eh?
Yeah, favorite shots. Christina, would you like to go first? You're a new guest.
Sure.
The honor is yours.
Yeah, I wrote down the scene where she's laying on the carpet is my favorite scene.
Oh, I noted that down too. What time was it? Do you know?
No, we didn't do time codes on this one.
No, it was...
I'm going to guess it's 24:50. No.
It's pretty early, yeah.
It was pretty early on, though.
That's a fun little effect, too, that you're doing. When
the kaleidoscope stuff.
Yeah, when you put an actual kaleidoscope onto the end of the lens, or like the...
1441. There you go.
Yeah, they did that several times with the kaleidoscopes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I really liked the scene. It was awesome.
Yeah, I also jotted this scene down.
Yeah, I like this shot, too.
Yeah. It wasn't just because of, like, the carpet, but just, like, everything was awesome.
The carpet is...
the composition is very good.
Yeah. But there's another example of that kind of punching in I was kind of mentioning at the beginning of the podcast. I don't know if they would have shot something like that where you go, okay, cut. Okay, we're going to move in. Okay, reframe, refocus, go.
Yeah.
You set the camera up once and go, okay, just zoom in. We got 5 minutes. Okay, let's get out of here.
Just a double punch as well.
Yeah. And I think even another one after.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, super right in.
Which is interesting, too, because you look at other movies or other directors like Ari Aster, who did Hereditary and Midsommar.
Yeah.
There are tons of fucking zooms.
Yeah.
Like tons and tons. And it feels old school without looking old school because of those zooms.
I love zooms. They kind of got the shit end of the stick, though, because kind of like in the 70s, they were used so much that people went, this is old school. No one uses zooms anymore. It's fucking cheap to use a zoom. We're going to actually edit. We'll move the camera. And then you get more static shots, less movement. But when you watch, like, one of my favorite movies of all time, MASH, the great movie MASH, every single shot in that movie is a zoom, pretty well every single shot. And there's so much camera movement. It's so dynamic. You go, wow, I'm fucking living in this space. I'm part of it. Or you get something like The Shining or something where every shot is zooming in on the guy's face with his eyes bulging. You go, whoa, I'm in this guy's psyche now. I'm in his fucking head. Like, I love zooms. I wish there were more.
Me too. I quite enjoy them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's part of why I like Ari Aster's movies so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nick, favorite shot?
I have it noted down here. Again, I'm sorry there's no time code, but it is it's the wide shot of the Love Witch making potions after the first pink tea room scene. So I believe it's somewhere about 20 minutes in. They have tea in the pink room, and then it's her in her apartment, and it's a wide shot with curtains on either side, a blue palette, and she's mixing up potions. I can find it on my end if you want, so you don't have to scrub through.
I'm almost there. I'm at the first tea room. Here's her mixing shit.
Yeah, it should be right after that somewhere.
This is the painting Dante and I were talking about where she's faking it.
Yeah. Go show them real quick. Show them real quick. Yeah, look when she puts the brush on the canvas. There's like nothing on it.
There's absolutely nothing.
Oh my God.
It's just a digital print. Fuck.
This is her making potions right after.
No, this is her making a dime bag of weed for some high schoolers.
So she pays for the apartment, sells dope on the side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell these fucking kids some grass clippings. They're gonna love it.
This was all wax, eh? All that
That's
shit
all
she's
wax,
dumping.
yeah?
It looks like wax, yeah.
Oh, I guess that's for making the candles.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, it's somewhere coming up. Oh, I think it's coming up right here. We're gonna see a nice wide. For sure, Anna Byler made that.
I like how she has a spell book just called Spellbook.
Yeah.
You're not trying to hide anything. Eh? She's got bookmarks in it. When you want to murder somebody, click this one. I think there's a front-facing one, though, that we're going to see at some point. If we don't find it, maybe in 20 seconds or so, I'll send you a screenshot, Lee.
All right. I know there's another scene. It's when the police officer comes to investigate her apartment where she's making potions.
Nah, this is right at the beginning.
Is it this one?
Right there. There you go.
That was it, eh?
Yeah, that wide shot right there with the curtains on either side. Yeah. That is my favorite shot. I just like it. A nice kind of... it's a nice frame. You got the blue, you got her in the middle, you got the deep focus, you got the funny little chemistry set in the back with the smoke. I like palettes like that. It's a good palette.
Okay.
I love this kind of blue, like this very like Arabic, ultramarine kind of blue.
Yeah, very deep.
Love it.
Blue.
Yeah,
very deep.
Yeah, it's very like almost pure pigment.
Yeah,
yeah, it feels like that. Yeah, I wanted to get my hookah. I wanted to get in that color, that and gold.
Nice.
Yeah,
regardless of all the kind of faults we said about the movie, I think just on palette and color alone, it saves a few points.
Yeah, for sure. This movie's vibing with color, bro. Left and right, for sure.
I mean, I've said before that I heavily believe that style is substance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even if this movie had less of a story, but the same style, I probably still would have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super, pretty.
Me not so much. I don't know.
All right. Well, what's your favorite shot, Dante? Let's go. Come on.
My favorite shot, go to 144:10.
144:10.
Mm-hmm. It should be like them coming down a staircase, and we see through the staircase. Yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot, just there. And this camera movement, countering their movement, that was... Just because I felt like that's one of the few shots where they actually considered doing it creatively, looking through these pegs on the stairway. And then they pan the camera this way, and they're countering the movement that they're going in a circle, Other than that, I don't have that many good shots. I don't have that many shots that I liked a lot,
That's okay, because I have a lot.
Yeah, that's probably the most dynamic shot in the film, though.
I like a lot of the shots that are close-ups with the red light around,
Yeah, that's
especially
there's a lot of just of her eyes with the red around.
Yeah. Especially later on in the movie, we get this overlooking shot of her on the bed, and it cuts to many shots like that of her. I like that too. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what timestamp that is, but yeah, I like that too a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The lighting is very fun too. Just in that little freeze frame you have there, it's got the kind of blowing out on the white, and it kind of looks a bit hazy. But you always get that perfect studio 3-point light, no matter what fucking frame you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect if you like the studio style. But
right.
What do you think, Lee? What was your favorite?
I have a lot jotted down. I have this one right here.
Okay.
Yeah, the classic.
Just like you said, Nick, everyone brings up the whole projection screen in the back thing. Not necessarily that it's my favorite, but I figured I'd bring it up just because of the whole homage to 60s Hollywood and that whole style.
Yeah. It does kind of, you see that frame and you go, I get the movie now. I get what's going on here.
Yeah, that's probably the first shot that tells you that this is a movie that's trying to replicate that style, for sure.
For sure,
That's it. I have this one here just because of the foreshadowing.
Ooh, the tarot cards.
Yeah, the tarot cards. It's tacky, but I liked it.
And the cigarettes. Femme fatale.
Exactly. See, Dante gets it.
What darts you think she smoked? You think she smoked McDonald's?
Yeah, she's in Quebec, dude.
She's in Quebec.
What did you guys think about the title font? Did you guys like the?
I did, yeah.
Rings font?
I liked it. I like this font because it kind of reminds me of that kitschy fantasy look,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and I like it. Yeah,
it's pretty Lord of the Ringsy though.
It does. It looks like the Hobbit on shrooms.
The Hobbit red version instead of yellow.
Shrooming out Hobbit style.
The Hobbit, but about wizards and sex,
Yeah.
I I jotted down this as well, the kaleidoscope.
Dildo using a dildo.
They do the kaleidoscope several times in the movie.
Yeah, and then I jotted down 2755, which is, I think, a different type of kaleidoscope where it's just her face. Not quite here, but when there's more, this one right here.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good shot. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then followed right by the red after.
Yeah, it's those close-ups with the red I'm talking about that I really like.
Exactly. When she's collecting flowers, I just like the juxtaposition between that scene and when she's wheeling out the dead body.
Yeah.
Same scene, but it's fucking super different.
Yeah, that's actually cool that you point out because I didn't think of that. But yeah, now that I look at it, it's very good.
Yeah, it's literally the same camera angle, same movement. One she's picking flowers, the other one she's wheeling a dead corpse. This is probably my favorite scene. Actually, I say probably. I'm downplaying it. This is my favorite scene.
I had this shot jotted down too, like this wide angle.
Yeah, I think everything about this Renaissance fair, I enjoy quite a bit because, like I said earlier, the departure from the '60s style to the Renaissance style, and how so many of these images are composed like a Renaissance painting.
Oh my god! So much meaning.
I just thought it was pretty okay.
I can't believe she
Yeah, I like
crazy.
the guy fucking shredding on the lute in the back.
Yeah.
The guy's doing fucking pentatonic harmonies. Shredding. Fuck.
He's playing Arpeggios in Hell by Ingrid Malmsteen.
I had this shot too.
I knew this is gonna be on Lee's list, bro.
Hey,
Fucking knew it.
I'm a sucker for blood, man. This whole sequence with the jump cuts to the razors and everything, I like it all.
Yeah, this was very good too.
About how like it was unrealistic for a suicide because it's just like horizontal rather than vertical.
Yeah. Logistically, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
More cake, bro.
Oh,
Look at this cake.
And then, of course,
This is just
lastly,
yeah.
the final shot.
Aggressively eating the cake, you know. She stabbed that cake like she stabbed the sergeant's heart at the end, you know.
That's true.
Pretty well.
She looks like Cher in this shot.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
She
that was the last
totally
shot I have
does.
jotted down, just because it's the poster, pretty much, of the movie.
She looks like Cher and Meadow Soprano.
Who dat?
It's all good. But yeah, she totally looks like Cher in this shot.
So yeah, those are my favorites, but definitely the Renaissance Fair takes the cake. Pun intended.
It is cool.
Pun intended.
It is cool, and it's not completely out of the blue too for a movie of that time to get into like a theatrical sequence.
Well, I think especially Anna Biller has a lot of experience directing theater more than film.
Okay,
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I can
which
see
is
that.
why I think she enjoys so much that whole. There's a name for the type of acting in this movie. I always forget. It's like practical acting or something like that.
I don't know.
But I can see why she would veer towards that type of acting, not just because of the whole time period thing, but also just because it's more theatrical.
yeah.
Also, a lot of the shit in this movie, like the little random props, look like theater props. You know, like the chalices, the knife. You know.
Yeah.
The knives for sure. Well, like the whole chemistry set, like you said too.
The cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she did do the whole set design, so.
Yeah.
Actually, no, she didn't. Set decoration is Catch Henson.
Mm.
Who names their kid Catch?
Mr. Henson does.
Catch Henson.
Yeah, what else does he make?
Yeah, not a very prolific career this guy has.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I wouldn't give him too much credit for that one.
Shall we read some Letterboxd reviews?
Yeah, I think we should jump right on. Start with
average
the
average 3.6 on Letterboxd.
That's
Not
pretty
bad.
good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's
Well,
about on par with every Lynch movie.
Yeah. Inland Empire, I think, was 3.7.
Yeah,
Except for Mulholland Drive. I know that people like that a lot, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Mulholland
was
Drive
great.
is definitely higher.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with some bad reviews.
Yeah. I can't really read any here, so
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll read them.
yeah, I'm out on this week's.
I think David Lynch is going to step this episode out, boys. So I can't read them either.
This movie is a mess, a disaster. Where shall I even start? Actually, sorry, scrap that. This person has a typo. Where shall I ever start? Perhaps with the fact that the main character sounds like she's reading from a script at gunpoint. Oh, how about the few obscure plot holes and random character introductions? Or the random and poorly placed feminist propaganda? No, I know. How this movie is just one big excuse to replicate the vibrant color of Technicolor Productions. Trash movie, waste of 2 hours, don't watch it.
Look,
Yeah.
Salty.
the Jake Paul fight yesterday was a waste of 4 hours, right? I don't mind watching this movie.
Yeah, this guy kind of sounds like an incel, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, he really does. Feminist propaganda.
Okay, his favorite movies are like the last 4 movies he watched.
Yeah, but they're all like really old.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
this
they're all
guy
from the 50s and
Correct.
40s.
Yeah.
Who is this fucking guy?
He's just pissed that this movie wasn't actually filmed in the 40s.
Gentlemen prefer violence, too late for tears. This guy's lame, dude.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
This guy's lame.
Okay, wait, hold
This
on.
guy was born in the wrong generation.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised a guy like this wouldn't enjoy the movie just on aesthetics alone.
No,
Yeah.
it's feminist propaganda.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an interesting review by Cool Girl Kate. Softcore porn, basically.
No, it wasn't that
In
bad.
what way? Yeah, like
Yeah.
what the hell? You just saw like one soft dick at some point and then take like what is the porn there?
What do you mean? What do
Yeah.
you guys watch?
And you saw some good old like soft boomer old school missionary for a little bit.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, literally.
It's a tight anus
Okay. She
profession.
gave Spring Breakers half a star, so I'm not feeling it.
Let's get out of here. Let's
Yeah,
leave
fuck
this
this.
fucking dummy. It's more like uncool girl Kate.
Oh my god, again with the porn. This person says, I've seen porn written and directed better than this movie.
Well, we watched Lemon Whores before, and that was all right.
I love
Look,
that he didn't know about the lemon stealing horrors things. I have to like tell him about it.
Every porn movie is better directed than every movie ever made. All right, so that's a moot point in my opinion.
Yeah, porn directing is peak.
Peak. Yeah.
Okay, the acting and voices in this makes my head hurt. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but this was painfully obviously from the 2016 sometimes. Okay.
What?
I honestly hardly paid attention because of it. Just really wasn't for me.
But it's not supposed to be a period piece. It's supposed to be a 2016 times.
Yeah, painfully obviously from 2016. Yeah, I mean, she rolled up in a fucking BMW. I don't think they were hiding that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the acting and voices made my head hurt. You guys commented on the acting, but was it really that bad?
No, the voices were good. Like it was very high quality. The sound, you know.
Like production wise, the quality's there, but maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. To bring you into a story like that, like it's what you said too. It's theater, you know. It's
Right.
theater.
David
Yeah.
Lynch should take some notes.
Yeah.
Because when he did everything for one movie, it was dog shit. So
True. I mean, look at what?
Well, Eraserhead though. Eraserhead was good.
True.
yeah, that's good. Yeah,
But you take a movie like Donnie Darko,
Yeah.
right? You look at who produced and who was a cinematographer and who was on set for that movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all people who knew what they were doing except for the director. And
Okay.
then he makes his second movie. What's that fucking shit called?
I'm not sure. Donnie Darko, I found too many rabbits. I wasn't into it.
It's South
Don't like that.
South something. Where is this fucking movie? Anyways, you look at his second movie, and it's complete shit because he did it all by himself.
Oh, okay.
Go
I
back.
clicked the wrong one. I clicked S. Darko. Richard Kelly. Yeah, Southland Tales. You look at Southland Tales, he did most of it himself, and compared to Donnie Darko, where he had an immense amount of help, it's complete garbage.
What's that guy's name? It's
Well, the acting crop doesn't look too fantastic.
what's that guy's name?
Sean William Scott?
Yeah.
No. His name in American Pie.
Oh, Stifler.
Stifler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and most of these negative reviews, a lot of them are about the acting, the length of the movie.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like we said, they kind of get out of it by saying it's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be that.
I mean, a few of these bad reviews are still commenting on how good the movie looks.
Mm-hmm. You guys want to try some good ones? See if there's maybe some more.
Let's check out. I want to see what people said for 5 stars.
Let's see if there's some substance in these good ones. Obsessed, my new aesthetic. Your new aesthetic. I'm pretty sure it's an old aesthetic, but okay. I don't know how one can look so peaceful and serene but still have blood on her hands. Also, this film radiates Lana Del Rey.
I can see that.
Yeah, when I searched The Love Witch on YouTube, most of the videos were fan-made Lana Del Rey music videos.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Some Love Witch AMVs, bro.
Yeah. I love this movie so much. The aesthetic is everything. Okay, a lot of aesthetic going on.
It's a vaporwave movie, bro.
I love vaporwave.
Yeah, me too. Trust me. Don't get me started.
Okay, don't get me started. Okay, so first off, this is probably the weirdest movie I've ever watched in my life. But besides that, I absolutely loved it. The aesthetic, the vibe, everything. Samantha Robinson is a highly underrated actress, and her portrayal of Elaine was amazing. I would 10 out of 10 recommend this movie.
I'd like to see what other movies this person's talking about to say that this was the weirdest movie that they've watched.
Yeah.
Okay, let's fucking find out.
Who is this? Maria
Lafarga.
10 Things I Hate About You. Nice.
Hey, Pride and Prejudice right there. Scream.
Yeah.
Candyman. Candyman was good. I remember watching Candyman. That was a fun movie.
If Scream's one of her favorite movies, I'm on board.
She's got to expand her weird movie shit. We got to get her to watch Eraserhead.
I think so.
And Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Oh, Tetsuo the Iron Man is fucking top tier, man. It doesn't get better for Tetsuo.
Well, Color of Pomegranates, maybe?
That might be too weird. She might fucking
You guys
die.
didn't like that? You guys didn't like that one.
No, I liked Color of Pomegranates.
I like it enough. Same thing as this movie, though. Like, you scrub through it and you go, that's a good screenshot. That's a good frame.
Yeah, but that's because, Nick, me and you are artsy-fartsy fucks, you know?
That's the issue.
This is an interesting take. The female Joker movie.
Okay.
Nah, this doesn't go too enough into her psyche for that, bro.
Yeah.
I also feel like the joke, I don't know, is there even a female version of an incel? Like, the Joker movie is so incel. This movie's just like, I don't know. I don't think there's a comparison there.
Yeah, I don't mean either.
No.
Oh, Lana Del Rey again. Here we go.
Did anybody mention that she looked like Cher?
No, not so far.
Or Ava Adams, the porn star.
All right, Lee, you have homework tonight. Leave that review.
All right, what about our reviews, guys? Come on.
All right, Christina, new guest. What do you think? Stop Googling Ava Adams.
Oh, what is it out of? Like, what's the scale?
Yeah, so we have a special scale on the podcast. It's out of 10. And 5 is an
very
average
special
movie. Yeah. 5 is a perfectly average movie. Nothing wrong with it. Aesthetically pleasing. Produced well. High quality. It's good. Anything above that, you go, ooh, fantastic.
Anything below that, you go, E.
E.
Not shit.
I think I'd give it like a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
Lower than I thought you'd do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say 7, but then
Well,
I
give
didn't
it
want
a
you to
7.
say it's too high.
Oh, spoiler alert! I'm giving it a 7.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I'd give it a 6.
I quite enjoyed it.
That's good.
Is it going to be 7s all around the board?
Is
No.
it? Why? Is it?
Oh no, Dante didn't like it.
Wait, Nick, you give it a 7 as well?
I'm on the fence too. 6-ish maybe around there.
I give it a 5.
You get a 5.
Ooh.
5. Yeah. The thing is, like I love the aesthetic of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love that kitschy fantasy 80s, 70s aesthetic.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't like how it was written, and I hated the pace of this movie.
Yeah.
When I was watching this movie, it felt like I was watching Inland Empire. It was just a trudge.
There's no way, dude. Inland Empire was fucking impossible. There's no way.
That was hard to get through.
No, definitely Inland Empire was way harder to get through, but I still got the a tingling of that feeling that I got when I was watching Inland Empire, because I was just waiting for stuff to happen in this fucking movie. You know?
Yeah. I feel the same way that you do, though. Like, it's the same thing happening 3 times. Like,
Yeah.
just show it to me once.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it happens 3 times, and the only one that's different is the last one. You know, and that's at the very fucking end of the movie.
And it's not even that different.
And it's not even that different, but I feel like that conflict should have been the climax and in the middle of the movie. You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Dante. That would have been interesting. You get the little friction between the two ideas. That would be coming together, and then it leads to something. Maybe they get married and they're happy in the end. They go, oh, opposites attract, and now we're
something like that.
I didn't think that. I was kind of hoping for a twist at the end where she wasn't going to kill him. Like, I was like, oh, maybe he actually is going to like her. Like, she gets through to him and he stops, like, being so distant and, like, avoidant, and they actually,
Or maybe she tries killing him, but he ends up actually killing her.
Something
that would have
like
been
that.
good, too, yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the part where Trish dresses up as Elaine
Yeah.
and they start fighting each other.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, that was pretty
That
fun.
was a great scene. That was a great fucking
That's
scene.
like the meme where it's Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man. That one I did like.
That was a good scene.
You guys want to talk about that scene quick?
5 out of 10.
Yeah, I guess it's for me it was narrative, the pacing, like you said, Dante, the repetition of it, and the editing. The editing was taking me out too much.
Like, the editing wasn't so bad for me. It was more the writing.
Yeah,
Like, I just didn't feel like anything about these characters. They just like, I didn't get any sense of why her motives of being this way, or anything like that. Like, but I like the concept. I like that monologue that they gave in the middle of the movie, telling us like the witch stuff, with the 2 Coven directors. But other than that, I was like, okay, this is a whatever movie. That wasn't that big of it, and it wasn't that horror movie. I was expecting some crazy shit to happen,
Yeah, actually, that's I quite enjoyed the movie, but I was expecting a little more horror, a little more gore, at least.
Yeah.
Something with this, like, I wonder, would it have worked out more if the movie was played straight and it wasn't the comedy aspects of it?
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
If it was a normal kind of story.
What comedy aspects do you see? I didn't laugh
what
once
we're
watching this movie.
No, but not like production comedy. They
okay.
go, the zoom in on the girl's face as she yells or something, and like the little cheesy things that are thrown
and the
in there,
punches and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like the stuff that's thrown in as a little funny homage to the bee cheese.
Yeah, but I feel like if they did that, but I feel like it would have been way better if they went harder with it,
Yeah, exactly. It's too middle of the road. They either crank it to 11 with those jokes, or they reel it back to a full play it straight drama. I think it would have worked better than the kind of in between that we got here.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, fun enough to watch, an hour 20, maybe not 2 hours.
Well,
that was definitely my main problem with it. It was fucking way too long.
Yeah.
2 hours is, I don't know what the fuck has been going on with movies where everyone thinks they need to make a fucking 2 hour movie, but like an hour and 20 minutes is perfect.
Oh yeah. 85 minutes is the
Like, the thing is, if your plot is very dense and there's a lot of different things happening, it makes sense to have a long movie.
Right.
But this is not a lot of shit happening here, you know?
No.
Mm-hmm. This is almost like, fuck, we have the red lights, we have the pink filter, let's just keep making scenes.
Yeah. We still have this shit for another week. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm not returning this carpet, fuck. Let's do it.
They have the lenses, they rent out the lenses and everything, you know?
Yeah. So overall, about 6.5-ish?
Yeah, around there. That sounds right to me.
2 7s, a 6 and a 5?
Yeah.
6.25?
Somewhere around there.
I rounded down to 6.
6? Let's give it a 6. That's fair enough.
Dude,
So-
grueling watch, yeah.
Interesting, the women directing horror series so far.
Yeah, I think this movie had definitely more of a female stamp as opposed to Raw. Raw could have been
Yeah, for sure.
directed by a man, and I would have really noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Not to any detriment. I mean, it's one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yeah.
But this movie is definitely overtly feminine.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
that's a good thing about it too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what it's almost what gives it its character.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the concluding episode to this series, just to see if we can draw any ties between all these things together. If there's any kind of links that we can find between them.
Yeah. Should we take a look at our list and see?
Yeah. I'd
See
love to
see
see the list.
what's on next week.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to ask
see
you. I
what's
might.
next.
This is some post-production stuff, but do you mind sending me that list? Actually, Lee, I want to start animating a little thing.
Yeah, sure. I'll send it.
Yeah, thanks.
So we've done Raw. We've done The Love Witch.
Yeah.
So these are my suggestions. If you guys have any other suggestions, throw them my way. But
Well, I'm just down for Slumber Party Massacre.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's the best one ever.
I've been waiting to do Silly Power Massacre this whole time.
Back to back, that's gonna fucking rule, dude.
Ever since Elusive Pete mentioned it, I've wanted to review it.
Don't say his name more than once. Don't say his name.
We'll get shut down by the government. It's true.
Yeah, Pete's gonna show up and fucking shut us down.
are we gonna do a double feature?
Oh, for sure, we have to.
Sure, let's do it.
But before
Wait,
that,
wait.
we're gonna do the Henneke double
Yeah,
feature,
are
right?
we starting Henneke next week?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Funny
So-
Games 1 and 2 back to back. Another double feature. 2 double features back to back.
I think
Yeah,
we might.
you hear that, you fuckers? Tune in next week for that.
Tune in, you fucking little double feature lovers.
You literal degenerates. Tune in to watch our podcast, right?
Little lemon stealing.
Or at least give it a
whores.
thumbs up, or I mean, something. Well,
All right.
stay
Well, that's
tuned
it then.
Yeah, we've got
Right.
a new series starting next week, bringing it back to, I believe he's another German director.
Yeah. German or Austrian, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
both
like that.
German, Austrian.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Load
Michael
them up.
Haneke, another auteur we're kind of going through. We're going to see if he has any auteurist qualities or if he's just a hired gun director. The first one we're doing is Funny Games, back to back. Shot for shot remake, English, German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1997, 2007, exactly 20 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
That long apart, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't imagine like the kind of
What'd I
balls.
say? Yeah, no, not 20 years apart. My bad. 10 years apart.
10 years, yeah. But can you imagine the balls on him to go, oh, it was perfect the first time. I'm redoing it. It's exactly the same. I'm not changing anything.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and tune in next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow us on everything. Whatever, email us. Do whatever the fuck you want. Watch our shit. Watch the movies.
iTunes, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify,
Yep.
Pinterest.
Pinterest.